Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Chess King, and in this tutorial video we are going to solve one of the amazing chess puzzle in a rook and a queen endgame. If you will look at this board, then you can find that black has already a queen on a a1 square and he has also one pawn on h5. But what has a white side? White has only one rook, but he has one strongest pawn on h7 square, which is going to be queen in a one step. So the question is that this is white to play and draw this match. If you can, then please pause this video and try to find the drawest move for white over here. So let's try to solve this puzzle. If you try to play like king to g8 in a beginning, that you're thinking to make a queen on 8 square, so h8 square, then this is going to be biggest blunder on the board, because black can easily do a checkmate within few steps. Like he's going to play queen to g1 check, and you don't have to play like king to h8, otherwise your king is going to be stuck on the corner. So he has to come forward on king to f8 square, and here black is going to give you a amazing check by playing, sorry, black can easily play king to g6 square, and here black is all set up to do a checkmate, because here if you try to make a queen on h8 square, then simply queen to c5 check, and if king goes like king to g8, then you're going to be a checkmate, because after queen to c8 and after rook to e8 and queen cross e8 will be just a checkmate. But after queen to c5 check, if you try to come like queen to e8, then you're going to lose your queen on, because after queen to c8 and king comes on e7 square, then queen has gone on the board. So you cannot play queen to e8 or queen to g8. You have to put this rook on e7 square. And right now there is a checkmate, because after queen to f5 check, and if king goes like king to g8, then simply queen c8 check, and after rook e8 and queen cross e8 will be checkmate. Or if king comes like after queen to f5 check, like a e8 square, then simply mate in one, this is queen to c8 square. So hope you understand that you cannot play king to g8 to force to make a queen, otherwise you're going to be checkmated in one step. So what is the correct answer to win this match? The answer is you have to give a check by rook to f2 check, and here black has three possibilities. Either he can play king to e4, or he can play like king to f5, or he can play like king to g4. The main variation is that, let's see that what is going to play like king to g5. But before going to king to g5, we have to see after king to g4 and what is going to happen, what is after king to e4. Let's see if we try to play like king to g4, then simply the answer is very easy, because after rook to g2 check and after king to h3, then simply rook on g8 square is ready to make a queen on a h8 square. So here black has to give continuous check by his queen, otherwise we will have a one rook and a queen on the board. So there will be chances of winning. So for that, here black has to give a check, and queen to g6, queen to e6 check, king to g7, and queen to e7 check, and king to g6 and queen to e6 check, and there will be a repeated move, and that will going to be called a draw. So after this move, if you try to come like king to h3, we will put a rook on g8, or again if you try to play like king to h4, then again the answer will be also the same, rook to g8 will be just a draw. But let us see, after rook to f2 check, if we try to go like king to e4, then again the answer is very easy, because we are going to play rook to f6, the amazing move. Here right now we are stopped, or we have got this 8 diagonal because of that queen. We are going to make a queen on an h8 square, so for that queen has to go like queen to a8 square, otherwise he has to give the check. If we try to play like queen to a8 square, stopping to make a queen on h8, then simply we can play king to g7, and here if we try to give like king to e5, like if we going to make a queen, then simply black is going to capture, then after we capture, then he will have a capture our rook. But here we are not going to make a queen, but here we are going to play rook to f8, attacking to that queen, and after queen to g2 check, king to h6, and after queen to c6 check, king to g7, After queen to d7, then you have to see that here black has to give the continuous check, otherwise he is going to be lost. So after queen to rook to f7, queen to d4, and after rook to f8, king to g4 check, and king to s6, queen to e6 check. So this is going to be totally draw. He has to give the continuous check. So hope you understand that playing this move, it is going to be draw. So let us see that after, if you're not going to play like queen to 8, here if you try to play like rook queen to a7 giving a check, then what is going to happen? Then simply we are going to play king to g8 and the queen to 8 check, then king simply rook to f8, king to d5 check, then simply rook to f7. It is just a draw because here we are going to make a queen in one step. So let's see the procedure. Queen to 8 check, rook to f8, queen to d5 check, rook to f7. This is going to be totally draw. So we have seen that after rook to f2 check, he cannot play rook to king to g4 or king to e4, otherwise this is going to be draw. So let us see that if we try to play like king to g5, this is our main line, then the answer is also going to be very easy, because after rook to g2 check, then after king to s6, and here we are going to make a queen on h square, and after queen takes queen, and here we have a repeated move draw, because after rook to g6 check, king to s7, rook to g5, we are threatening to play rook cross h5. So for that he has to play king to s6, and after rook to g6, king to s7, and rook to g5, king to s6, and a rook to g6 are repeated move, again it is a draw. So if we try to play in this position after this one, like after rook to h5, we try to play like queen to d4, then simply rook cross h5 will be just a checkmate. So hope you understand that all the sequence of this white rook, that how it has draw this position, because it is a totally difficult to calculate in this board. So hope you like this video, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe over here and don't forget to press the bell icon. Here you can learn a very interesting chess tricks. Have a nice day. Bye bye.